One fake order, one sneaky chargeback, one hacked customer account, and boom, suddenly you're out of hundreds or even thousands of dollars with no way to recover it. Fraud isn't just a big business problem, it hits small businesses the hardest. It's not always obvious when it's happening. The worst part, most merchants don't even realize the signs of fraud until it's too late. So in this video, we're breaking down how to spot fraud fast, what red flags to watch out for, and how to protect your business before scammers hit your bottom line. Let's get into it. Quick reminder, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss insights on how to run a safer, smarter business. Let's start with the basics. Fraud detection is the process of identifying suspicious activity that could indicate fraud, like someone using a stolen credit card, abusing your return policy, or trying to manipulate your payment system. So, how does fraud detection actually work in practice? The goal is to spot unusual behavior that doesn't match typical customer activity before it turns into serious losses. That could be a sudden spike in transaction volume, multiple failed login attempts, orders from high-risk locations, or big purchases from new customers. Once something looks suspicious, your fraud detection system or processor can flag the transaction for review, decline it, or put it on hold until verified. Fraud detection is important because fraud will cost you, not just in dollars. You also risk damaged customer trust, processing delays, and account holds from your payment provider. Plus, if fraud keeps popping up, your processor might label your business high risk, which can lead to higher fees or even being dropped altogether. That's why having a solid fraud detection and prevention strategy is key for long-term success. Let's talk about the types of fraud you're most likely to face. First is credit card fraud. This happens when someone uses stolen card info to make a purchase. You deliver the product, and then you get hit with a chargeback. Next is return fraud. This is when someone comes in with a fake receipt to return an item they didn't buy from your store. They likely got it from another store for less than what your business offers, and are trying to return it for more money than they spent. Then there's ACH fraud. This involves someone using stolen bank info to make payments or pull funds. There's also chargeback fraud. This happens when a customer makes a legitimate purchase, gets the product, and then disputes the charge to get their money back. This is also known as friendly fraud, since it's not always done with bad intention. Sometimes, it happens because merchants use a different name than the business's trading name on card transactions, leading to confusion when the customer sees the bank statement. And sometimes, chargeback fraud results from simple buyer's remorse. And finally, there's account takeover fraud, where a hacker gains access to a customer's account and starts making unauthorized purchases. Each of these comes with unique risks, but the good news is they can all be managed with the right tools. Now, there are a few ways to detect fraud, some basic, some high-tech. First is manual detection. That means regularly reviewing your transactions, checking for unusual patterns, and verifying high-risk orders yourself. Next, we have AI and machine learning. These tools use past data to identify behavior that looks out of the ordinary. It's like having a fraud assistant working in the background 24/7. And finally, there's fraud analysis and monitoring software. These solutions monitor your transactions in real time and flag risky activity automatically. Some tools even let you customize rules based on your business's needs. Now, let me break down some of the best ways you can prevent fraud risk in your business. Number one, use a fraud detection system that offers real-time monitoring and customizable filters. Number two, set transaction alerts for unusual activity like big orders from new customers or mismatched billing and shipping addresses. These alerts can be set up using the advanced fraud settings in your payment gateway. Number three, train your staff to recognize suspicious orders and escalate them if needed. Number four, keep your checkout process secure. That means requiring CVV codes, using address verification, and enabling two-step authentication wherever possible. Number five, review your transactions regularly, even if you use software. A quick manual check can catch what a system might miss. The key is being proactive. The earlier you catch suspicious activity, the better chance you have of stopping it. Even with strong systems, detecting fraud isn't always easy. One challenge is false positives, when legit transactions get flagged as suspicious. The more fraud your business has to fight, the more likely you're going to end up blocking legitimate charges as well. This can frustrate your real customers and cost you sales, since 33% of consumers have said they wouldn't shop at a business again if they face a false decline. Another issue is that fraudsters constantly change their tactics, making it tough to stay ahead. Businesses may also face the issue of data breaches. Payment data is stored on the servers of thousands of companies around the country. This creates more opportunities for scammers to access that data to commit fraud. Something else that can cause issues is simply the amount of payment methods there are. Customers can pay with anything from Apple Pay to PayPal, and if you want your business to thrive, it's best to accept as many payment options as possible. But keep in mind, this does create more forms of payment fraud, and keeping up with all of them can be challenging and expensive. Lastly, a big challenge to effective fraud detection is the volume of credit card fraud in the US. Between 2019 and 2022, 40% more businesses experienced card testing attacks. And on top of that, 64% of multinational executives say it's become harder to fight fraud, likely due to the increase in both types of fraud and the fraud volume overall. If you don't have dedicated fraud detection tools, it's easy to miss warning signs altogether. Now, let's run through some quick FAQs about fraud detection. Question 1. What is the fraud detection rule? It's a set of rules your system follows to flag or block risky transactions. These rules can be based on things like location, transaction size, or failed login attempts. Question 2. What are the indicators of fraud in business? The big three are sudden changes in behavior, inconsistent information, and unusual transaction volume. Question 3. What's the most common type of attempted payment fraud? That would be credit card fraud, especially when card info is stolen and used for unauthorized purchases online. Fraud can be costly, but the more you know, the more you can do to stop it before it causes damage. Use smart tools like automated detection and consumer data tracking tools. Stay alert and build fraud prevention into your business from day one. Luckily for you, here at Payment Cloud, we can help you do all of this. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest payment tips. Drop your questions in the comments below. We're always happy to help. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy processing.